hint?
Jovan Buha.
No, not Jovan Buha. Do you want me to give you a hint?
Woj.
Yeah, give us a hint. Give us a hint. Give us a
No,
hint.
not Woj either. All right.
That's
a
your
hint.
boy.
Momo.
Not Momo.
Oh.
All right, here's your hint.
Yeah.
You hear him every day on this station.
Cap.
Oh!
Sliwa.
One and only playoff Sliwa.
Slee.
It's been a while, guys. It's been a
Mile
while.
High Slee.
Mile High Slee.
Haven't cracked the mic in a while, so I appreciate you guys bringing me on here.
How
Appreciate
about
you guys
all
bringing me
those
on.
guesses? It took us all those guesses to get to Slee.
Yeah.
So now Super Playoff Crosstalk becomes a foursome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
Take it away, fellas.
Thank you, Christopher. So Mase,
Yeah.
how you feeling about this?
You know,
thing?
I actually feel really good about it.
Okay.
I feel like tonight is a big night for AD. I know we'll talk about the other matchups, you know, LeBron and Eric Gordon and all those guys.
Right.
But I think the series does come down to the obvious, which is LeBron versus AD, and whether AD shows up at full strength. Because we've seen him sort of become the disappearing man at times during the playoffs. He's had
Right.
3-4 games like that. He's got to show up and play really big tonight.
Okay. Yeah, well, I would agree. I think that he needs to play Jokic to a stalemate, and that doesn't mean it has to be points,
Right.
Playoff Slee, because he can dominate a game like we saw the other night where he only had 17 points, 20 boards, and played incredible defense.
I'm surprised Mace said that because he said earlier,
Uh-oh.
book your
wait a
tickets
second.
to Boston.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I did.
Lakers, Celtics, and he said, "Why even waste time with this round?"
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
Mace.
Whoa.
Mace, I don't know what changed. In the last hour
I
or
did
so.
say Lakers, Celtics. No quite. And wait a minute, I haven't changed anything. I picked the Lakers to win tonight. I picked the Lakers to win in 6. I think they're going to go and play Boston in the finals. I mean, I haven't changed anything.
I really hope not.
Not change that. I meant change more, as in, well, game 1, game 2. It doesn't matter. Lakers are going to win this series.
Well,
That's what I
Slee,
meant.
you've become sort of like a funny, jokey guy now. This Sedano, you missed this today, but he says they're having a strategy session at a convention center in Phoenix to try to engineer a campaign for Travis Rogers to win Man of the People award at the Mandy's.
When is
Trav
this
really
happening?
wants. really wants Man of the People.
You know, I voted for him last year, Man of the People.
And
Sorry, Cap.
Cap
No,
is
it's all right.
trying to
I
go.
did too.
Cap is trying to go back to back.
Oh,
I am?
yeah, of course.
So-
Cap is trying to go back-to-back on a lot of things.
In a lot of things, you're right. So I want to, as best as I can, support Trav. So I told Mace that we are working on Good Karma's paying for us to do just kind of a brainstorm out in Phoenix.
Okay.
Nice, good karma. Thank you.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to are you going to Phoenix? No traveling. You're not traveling like 90 minutes to Sedona to be more peaceful.
It's good. We haven't got all the details yet. We're
Okay.
waiting for a budget from Sam.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Once
Sam
we get the
Pines
budget
is going to
from
give you a
Sam,
budget. Yeah.
Nice.
then we can kind of plan out the rest of the
okay.
thing here.
I
All
like
right.
that Mile High Slee talks out of his ass like the rest of us. That's
Right.
great.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and Mace, because I don't want Boston to win. I want Miami to win, because should Miami win and when the Lakers
Oh
win,
yeah.
Oh,
and
that's
South
right.
Beach Cappy.
right, we are doing a full on road trip, all presented by Coors Light, as you may recall from yesterday.
This was just also made up, right?
right.
Well, actually, I text Cates about that, and he said he thinks he could get it done.
Right. It goes like this,
There's
Mace.
a man who could make it happen.
Right.
Case.
Goes just like this. The road to the Western Conference Finals and the NBA Championship are presented by Coors Light.
There you go.
You know,
There it is.
Sedano and Cap on South Beach is being presented by Coors Light.
Yeah.
Now, would I, because I'm part of the crew now, would I be allowed to go to South Beach with you guys?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I have no
Although-
problem with you coming.
I don't know. I don't know Miami. I've spent very little time in my
Oh,
life
listen,
in Miami.
we could do the Sedano non-touristy tour, and you'll get the good stuff.
All right.
Nice.
The only thing is that yesterday Mace kind of said, this was on the air during original Super Crosstalk, that he's not very fun off the air. That's what he said.
No, I did not say that.
Yeah,
you
you
guys
did.
said that.
No,
am
I didn't say it. You said it.
You know what people say? I'm super fun off the air. That's what people say.
I don't
Mace,
know.
you know what we do? We take you and Slee.
Yep.
We take you, if Slee wants to jump on this too, we take you guys to Little Havana,
Okay.
to
Oh, it's amazing.
Domino Park. We'll
Nice.
let you play. You got to play dominoes against like all these old timers who literally just sit there all day.
Is that
and
like?
play.
Do they call that playing the bones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they play Domino Park. I will translate everything for you, and you can play with those old timers there who just smoke cigars, drink rum, and play dominoes all day.
Oh, that sounds so great.
And hey, Slee, maybe you could bring Travis along for the ride, and you could have your super secret meeting in Miami rather than in Phoenix.
Yeah.
That's
and
a
now
good
we're
I mean, there's
kinda-
a good Karma station in West Palm, which is
Right.
like 90 minutes
Yeah.
away. You know.
The only thing with Trav, I don't think has traveled further than Phoenix. So I think we stopped at Phoenix because
he doesn't
he
like
doesn't exactly go.
Yeah. By the way,
go east.
Apparently, now Sliwa, inform us of the Travis Rogers Kurt Sandoval issue that we ran into Kurt earlier and discussed. With
Have you guys ever heard this story about Sandoval?
Well, Mase is he's like one of his rivals.
He is honestly, we fight to get on NBA Today all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the deal. One time, Kurt, I think it might have been at the. It could have been at the softball game. It might have been at the softball game.
You mean when he dropped the pop-up that Beto hit that turned into the game-winning walk-off?
That's not where I was going, Cap.
Okay, my bad.
Just the reminder of that.
That ball was, by the way, uncatchable, unplayable.
It was in his glove.
Yeah, unplayable.
So I guess Kurt thought Trav was about, let's say, 10 years older than he actually is.
Wow.
And I might be being nice.
So what is Travis? I don't know how old he is.
I think he's 51.
That sounds about right for him.
Okay, Travis
So you thought he was
51.
61?
Probably even a little older. I think I'm being nice here.
Sandoval thought that Travis was 61 or older.
Let's use 61 to 64, somewhere in that range, so I have a little bit of a cushion here. So he thought that he was that. So one time I saw Kurt in the Lakers media room. We spent a lot of time, and I just basically told him, Kurt, that might be the funniest story I've ever heard. Trav won't stop talking about it on the air. So I told Kurt the only time I really bring him up is when I bring him up when it comes to Trav being about 14 years older than he actually is. We talked about it today. First thing I do when I get to this arena, I see Sedano, and then the very next person I see is Kurt. So it's all kind of coming together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Slee
got dropped
Actually,
off. Did you get dropped off by an Uber?
I got dropped off.
Yeah, dropped off by an Uber. I happened to was talking to my mom in the loading dock area. I saw Slee, and I was like, Slee, you got to come this way. Follow me. And we got Slee right in. He got his credential. He is ready. Playoff Slee is in the house.
Wow.
If I didn't see Sedano, I'd ended up either at the convention center or Coors Field. I didn't know where I was going.
Well, there was a
The
game
two of
going
you
on
guys-
at Coors Field today, actually.
There is something
After
going
Uber.
on between the two of you guys. You guys are like magnetic with one another. It was like that night after the Final Four game down in Houston when George was walking through the Uber lot.
Slee saved him.
Desperate, right.
Yeah.
And Slee saved him. And today
Angel
Sedano
Slee.
returned the favor.
Yeah. Well, he's never been to Ball Arena, right?
Never been here.
Yeah,
No.
first time. I've been here, plenty. So, just showing him the lay of the land.
Right.
What is there going on behind you guys? Is there like an intramural game going on or something?
No, some of the Lakers young players are playing, are warming up.
Max
practicing.
Christie out there working right now?
He is actually. Yeah.
You want to grab him and bring him over for a second?
No,
Yeah, grab him
he's
and bring
busy.
him over.
Yeah.
Grab Max.
He's busy.
Okay.
Just little
Is
mid-range.
Rob there?
Yeah, he just hit a little mid-range.
Is Rob there?
I have not seen him.
Have not
no.
seen him.
You
No.
see Lonnie? You see Lonnie Walker?
No, I think this is just the first bus. So this is just some of the younger guys.
Is Wenyan in the house?
Again, it's just the younger guys
Tristan?
getting
Is
shots
Tristan
up.
there?
No.
We're going to find out.
Austin
on
Reeves is
Tristan.
a young guy. Is he there?
No, but he's he's playing.
I know, but he's young.
Yeah. These are the guys that aren't in the rotation at the moment.
What a cute story, by the way. Did you guys read this story about Austin Reeves' brother coming from like wherever in Europe he plays pro basketball to hurry up and come see little brother?
I did not
in
know
Game
that.
6?
No, I don't know this story.
Great story today in the LA Times where Austin Reeves' big brother, who himself had a really great college basketball career and plays professionally somewhere over in Europe, in the Eastern Bloc somewhere, as I recall. And that's very like Cold War talk right there, the Eastern Bloc.
Yeah.
And he somehow made it over here in time for Game 6, schlepping all around the world to get here to see Austin Reeves being showered with MVP while at the free throw line. So big brother getting like the chance of a lifetime to see little brother in that environment in
Oh,
Game
that's
6.
cool. That's a
How
cool
cool is
story.
that?
Yeah, that's really cool.
I love stories like that. I'm a sucker for stories
It's nice
like that.
to tell a happy story.
Yeah, I would agree. By the way, do you want to know tonight's officials?
Yeah.
All right. So lead official, my guy Zach Zarba.
Oh, yeah. You guys, in Ireland, too, you guys love Zach Zarba.
Zach Zarba is the most
And you
respected.
say he's a very good-looking man.
He is a good-looking man. He's, I believe, this is all subjective. I believe he's one of the most, if not the most, respected official in the game at the moment. So
I
he's
thought you were going to talk about his handsomeness and if that was subjective.
No. I think he's a handsome man. That is also subjective.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got Ben Taylor, another young guy who's climbing up the charts. Now, you may know that name. Him and Fred Van Vliet don't apparently. Well, Fred Van Vliet doesn't see eye to eye with him. He's that official. Although
How
it's
about
funny,
him? Is he good looking?
He's a good-looking dude, too. Yeah, he's a handsome dude. And then there's Eric Lewis, who Laker fans are not thrilled with, if you recall, from that Boston game earlier this season.
Oh, was he the guy that screwed up the foul that was supposed to be on LeBron?
He's the one that Pat Bev did the fake camera thing to.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Boy, shame we don't have him anymore.
Yeah. Mace, I mean, it's just a small call. He just missed a complete shot at the wrist right in front of him.
Correct.
Yeah. So those are our officials tonight, and it'll be an interesting one. I think this is – look, the first two games to me – I don't know about you, Slee and Mason, Cappy, but the first two games to me are very much like they're feeling each other out. The first game for sure is feel out for both sides, and then they adjust at half. And then game two is the adjustments and the potential anticipation of an adjustment for the winning team, right? The losing team adjusts for game two. The winning team tries to anticipate the adjustments, and then the chess match is really on at that point.
But this series, when you really look at it and forget that Denver was the top seed in the West all season and that the Lakers were scratching and clawing and rebuilding and retooling, and one was the top seed and one was just barely in the postseason, you would think based on the seeding alone, Denver would be this big favorite, right?
Yeah.
But we all know that the Lakers, while they were a 7 seed, they're playing today like they were a 2 seed, let's just say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So now when you look at the ESPN computer, they put in all this
ESPN
information.
analytics.
There you go. It really is so close that it's a 52-48 in favor of Denver to win the series. It's 52-48. It is a total toss-up. And really the reason it's a toss-up is because it comes down to the number one offensive team, Denver, versus the number one defensive team, the Lakers.
Yeah.
And I ask you gentlemen this question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Doesn't the old saying go like this?
Yes.
Defense wins championships.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, I do believe that. I do think, though, that this Denver team is not, they don't lack defense, though. They're also, particularly since the middle of December, they've been a top 10 defense this season. They had a rough start for the first month and a half. They were on the road a ton. They had some injuries. But then since then, they've been settled into their rotation for the most part that you're going to see tonight, and they've been locked in. KCP has played a huge role for them defensively. Bruce Brown, Aaron Gordon, they've got guys that can defend for sure.
Seems like, too, the question for them is, it's game one of the Western Conference Finals. Everyone is looking at the Denver Nuggets right now, and they're the favorites to win the series, whether you believe in that or not. You're going to have the place sold out. It's the elevation factor in the first game. Everybody's going to expect. I mean, the surprise is if Lakers walk away with grabbing the first game, which obviously they've done in the last 2 rounds.
Yeah. Can they do it again? Right.
I think this is new pressure for the Denver Nuggets. Maybe even for Joker and Jamal Murray, not as big of a deal, but there's definitely pressure for them to start the series off 1-0.
All right, dude, I think there's huge pressure on those two guys. We'll keep
let's get into that. Let's get into kind of some of that stuff. What makes you so confident? What makes you worry? Let's dive into some of that stuff. But first, let me talk about Mason and I's friend Jacob Imrani. Okay?
Yeah, Jacob was just here.
Yeah. Accident or injury, call Jacob Imrani. Call Jacob. All right, what a weekend of basketball. The NBA playoffs are always exciting, and now we got 4 teams vying for the trophy. You know who's always winning and always getting ready for that next battle? That's right, my guy Jacob, man. Think about it. If you've been injured in a car accident, truck accident, slip or fall,
like that, telling people that 40 water is back.
LA area.
Telling people that 40 water is back.
LA area.
Telling people that 40 water is back.
LA area.
Telling people that 40 water is back.
LA area.
What does this mean to you? When you were here before, you didn't get a taste of the playoffs. You're getting one now. How different is this from the first time you were a Laker?
Oh, it's a beautiful feeling, honestly. Just to get the opportunity to rewrite my own little story, to get to play against some of my favorite players and play with some of my favorite players. It's just a beauty, man, to be out here.
When do you guys start thinking about Denver? You just let this one relax tonight?
Dang, already?
Already, that's right. Denver waiting for you. You know they've been writing it down, waiting for L.A.
For sure. We know it's going to be a huge one for us. We're going to enjoy this one. Our leaders, they're going to get their bodies right. We're going to come ready to play.
D'Angelo, 5 Lakers, including you, finished in double figures. 2 Warriors did. You guys never gave up the lead. They never led in this game. What was the key to this win tonight?
Man, it was a team effort, man. Anytime a guy got beat on the defensive end, there was a guy right there waiting. We were always in scramble mode, ready to rotate. Offensively, the ball found the open guy, and that's the most simplest formula you can have on offense. So when we moving like that as a unit on defense and on offense, being able to just get out and run, we're dangerous.
D'Lo, LeBron finished with 30 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists in 40.
Not bad for that young guy, man.
43 minutes, and he was 10 of 14. Does he still surprise you, even though you see him every day?
Man, I'm a fan, man. It's hard to not be in awe with this guy, man. You in training facility, practice facility, to the arena on the bus, playing. All that stuff's still crazy to me, man. So to be able to witness him and watch him just continue to do great things and write his legacy off, it's a beautiful feeling, man. It's really nice to see it.
Come on, Cappy, hit him with the Now, Mase, how much fun are you having already?
Honestly, this is so much fun. I've always wanted to be on the air with Cappy. Cappy and I think, are simpatico.
Yeah.
Is that a word? Simpatico?
Yeah, it is. It is, actually.
And I when I listen to your show, I always think, I'm the Cappy of our show. So
you are the Cappy.
And you're the Ireland of your show.
Yeah, except I'm a little more on task sometimes. I don't do the non sequiturs as much.
Yeah, no. I've got some sound I want to play for you.
Oh, go ahead.
I always tell people, Mase and I are very, very similar.
Yeah.
The only difference is he loves Juan, I love Rachel. That's
Yes.
kind of really the only difference between us.
Yeah.
You know,
well,
we both
he's
have
a silver
great hair.
Fox. He's a silver fox, and you're not.
I know, but we both have great hair, so much so that when Woj last week complimented somebody's hair, it was a little confusing whose hair
No, it
he
was not
complimenting.
confusing at all.
It was
Yeah, I
very
would agree.
confusing.
No, the Woj bomb was Mason's got great hair.
He didn't say Mason, he said that guy.
Well, that
so there
guy.
was a question mark of you or me. Which guy?
I think
Well,
he
was-
said my name, by the way. I think he said Mace.
It was clearly Mason.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
don't know
think
who
there's
I
any
was,
question
that's
about
for sure. I'm a nobody anyway. Hey, point of information, Bergie told me that Austin Reeves' brother's name is Spencer Reeves.
Okay.
And he does play professional basketball in Germany. Guten Tag.
Yeah.
To everybody who's listening, shout out to Germany.
Yeah.
And what, Mace?
You don't think anyone? Cappy thinks there's millions of people listening.
There
every
are,
day.
by the way, when I look at this is totally off the subject, but like when I look at, I don't know who's listening to this show, but like when I look at the Culture Pop podcast, there's like people in Indonesia and like all over the world. We get calls. There's some guy from Australia that calls. There's some guy from Israel that calls. I think we do have listeners all over the place.
We do. Now with the
It's
ESPN
good that you
LA
shouted
app.
out Germany.
That's right. With the ESPN LA app, seriously, I can follow the data and see the international listenership that we have. So, again, shout out to Germany and shout out to Spencer Reeves for getting here to see Austin Reeves win Game 6.
Yeah, that was awesome. Now, trying to win Game 1, we talked about the AD Jokic stuff. One of the other keys that we had, Mace, when we were doing our keys.
I
Cappy
heard
and
you
I
do your
those
keys
5
yesterday. Yeah,
Were
5
you,
of
were
them.
you jealous?
Yeah.
No, because we had 6 earlier.
You had 6 keys.
Yeah,
okay.
6.
Yeah, and maybe even tomorrow you'll have 7.
We'll
just for
have
extra
more
measure.
keys after for game. We call them Game 2 keys.
Right.
Previous series was 11 keys, as I recall.
Yeah, it was 11 keys, and they were all right.
One of the keys we had was LeBron and Aaron Gordon. I don't know if you know this, Mace, but Aaron Gordon, in his career, has held LeBron to 39.5% from the field when he's been the primary defender. Now, I'm not by any stretch of the imagination saying he's a LeBron stopper, but he's got, Cappy and I were talking about this yesterday, Mace, where LeBron's got 2 busted wheels, even though he has seen the LeBron, the foot doctor, the LeBron James of foot doctors.
Are they both busted or is just one busted?
I mean, he's had 2 injuries this season,
Okay.
so my guess is he hasn't fully recovered from either, if I had to guess.
Got it.
He's just managing them, if I had to guess. And that's just a reckless speculation on my part, but let's be honest. You know what I mean? Like, we both know we all know at this time of year, nobody's 100% healthy anyway, so
Right.
there's that. And Aaron Gordon is a guy who had a really good series defensively against Kevin Durant in the last series. So that's a real matchup. Like, he's long, he's athletic, he's big enough to be able to stay with LeBron a little bit. I think LeBron in this series, more so than he did in the last series, is going to have to put his head down and get to the basket. Because if there's one thing that the Denver Nuggets give up defensively, it's that. They will give you the paint. teams shoot 69%. Nice. From at the point of attack.
I feel like I'm getting smarter. Keep going.
I mean, right. I mean, like I'm currently in a hypnotic statistical trance right now. Keep going.
You know, I dare say
what a fortunate moment we find ourselves in.
Yeah, I've only given you 2 stats, so it's not really like I'm giving you that many.
Well, you're
stats.
blowing our minds right here.
Yeah, keep going.
So
keep going.
that's what I'm saying. It's like LeBron's got to put his head down. They got to do what they got to do with LeBron, Mase, is they got to switch him off of Aaron Gordon. They got to try to get him on Jamal Murray, maybe even KCP, some of these guys where he's got a legit advantage on. So I am curious to see how they scheme that up because Aaron Gordon's pretty, as I mentioned, agile and can jump around these screens pretty well.
Well,
that to me is the matchup.
Let me throw out some stuff that I was coming up with today.
Yeah.
Is this statistical data
no,
that we're about to hear?
No, it's not. I was trying to figure out matchups.
I'm glad you came up. I have a matchup question myself here for everybody.
So Jokic and AD, obvious.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron and Aaron Gordon, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you put Jared Vanderbilt? Do you put him on Jamal Murray? Do you put him on Michael Porter Jr.? Where do you put Jared Vanderbilt?
So I would probably put him on Michael Porter Jr. Because he's probably best suited of the people on the Lakers to guard him. I would put Austin Reeves on Jamal Murray, personally.
And D'Lo on KCP.
On KCP, yeah, because you only have to worry about KCP from the outside on offense, right? Like he's just going to shoot the ball for the most part. He's probably going to plant himself in the corner. Now, he may run off screens and things like that, but I feel like D'Lo in that situation, I trust him a little bit because it's not like KCP is Rip Hamilton or Ray Allen, right? He's not going to be running him ragged off of all these screens. That's just not what the Lakers' offense is. So that's how I would match them up.
The interesting thing about LeBron so far in the playoffs is that he's been very, very good. He's been very, very good.
Yeah.
But in both Game 6s, he was the best player on the floor.
Correct.
So to me, LeBron is at times conserving himself for the most important moments in the series. Is that fair?
Yes. I don't think there's any question. But I think this series is a little different, Mase. Cappy and I were talking about this before the show today, that this, every team that they faced obviously has a different way of doing things offensively. The Warriors, we know, are going to try to put up 45, 50 three-pointers in the air. That's not really what Denver does. They move the ball in a really in a really smart way, but they'll take some threes, but they're not trying to put up that many. Boston would be more of that team like the Warriors, where they're going to try to put up 45 or 50 threes a game.
Right.
Denver's going to move the ball. They're going to flow through Jokic. Everything's going to go through him at the near the top of the key, is my guess. And Anthony Davis is going to have to cover a lot more ground than he had in the previous series because their big is a guy who can legitimately play point guard.
So they're going to pull him away from the basket.
That's their plan, I would imagine. Yeah.
But I like my chances. Here's the thing. I like my chances with AD outside against a big man like Jokic for this reason. When we all saw AD playing outside against Steph Curry and Curry dribbling the ball all over the place behind his back, trying to find space, and AD constantly having an opportunity to change the trajectory of his shots, I'm feeling pretty good about AD versus Jokic way outside. I like that matchup.
So here's what I would say the difference with that is, and while that's an astute point, I think the difference is...
Mace?
Very astute. I agree.
Astute, Mace. Astute.
Yeah, I would say the difference with that is, Jokic is just as big as AD, like tall. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he can shoot over AD in a way that Steph Curry can't.
Right. What I'm suggesting to you is that AD's defensive skill, his athleticism, his quickness will make Jokic adjust his shot. And I'm just saying that I'm feeling pretty good about that matchup. Listen, we're spending a lot of time talking about LeBron versus Aaron Gordon and what that matchup's going to look like. But, Mace, you asked a very astute question. I'm going to give you some astution, okay?
Some astution?
Yeah.
Right. That's right. That's right. That's
I can sometimes be astuteless, but today
you're
I've got
getting
an astution.
some. Right. The question is Jamal Murray. Who do the Lakers use? George, you say Austin Reeves. Mace, you made a sound.
That's what I would do, yes.
Yeah. But, see, to me, Jamal Murray is a wild card in this because that guy could get heated up and go for 40-plus.
Yeah.
And he could drop a bunch of bombs on you Steph Curry style. So that's a guy, if Jokic and AD do cancel each other out, so to speak, Murray's the guy that I'm most worried about.
Well, just to add to that a little bit, the canceling out idea. When AD is the primary cover on Jokic, at least in 4 games this year, Jokic shot 64%. Vice versa, when Jokic was on AD shot 62%.
Right.
So they both have a lot of success scoring on each other.
Yeah.
And that's why the canceling out idea, I think, is the right idea.
Stalemate.
And then it comes out. And then it comes down to everybody else.
Right. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
There are some stats being slung all around this pregame to the pregame.
I mean, Cappy, I saw your notes. You sent a picture of them to me. Like, you got a lot of stuff going on.
Well, it's pretty funny. You know, Mase, me and George are talking this afternoon. You know, we're talking game plans.
Do you talk every day, by the way? Do you have a talk before the show?
I don't know about every day, but I would say, we have a talk at least.
Ireland and I never talk before the show. Not a word.
Oh, really? Well, no, we don't do that anymore. We did that at the beginning, but I feel like we like to at least touch base with each other. It may not be a conversation. Could be a text. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, yeah.
But it's not like a standard meeting every day
No,
at 2:30.
it's just a quick chat.
Yeah. And it's not always about the show necessarily.
Correct.
Like, for example, today, Mase, did you know this today, Mase? That George Sedano's daughter, Aria, has a birthday today. How old is she today, George?
9
years old.
Isn't that wonderful?
That's wonderful. That's
and Mase,
happy birthday to Aria.
Thank you.
Did you know that on the same day, May 16th, my daughter Jillian, her birthday, she turned 21 today.
Wow. Well, can I throw something in there?
Is today Sophie? Which
No,
dog
my
is
Aunt Linda Grove.
Oh.
Who's out in the desert right now visiting
Cancer
my mom.
free?
It's her birthday today, and she found out 3 weeks ago that she's cancer-free. So it is
that's
also
awesome.
Aunt Linda's
See
birthday.
That's
that?
huge.
See that? So
nice.
sometimes we have these conversations, Mace. It's not necessarily about Jokic versus AD.
Right.
It's about Aria and Jillian's birthdays, you see?
Yeah.
Don't forget Aunt Linda.
And Linda Grove.
And
Yeah.
Aunt Linda.
Aunt Linda Grove.
Right.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen, coming up next, I want to know why you're confident and why you could be leaking some confidence in this series. I want to know what scares you, what you're ultimately confident in. We'll dive into some of that on the other side. Plus, are we doing what you need to know? Is that not happening this on
Jorge,
the show?
are you doing what you need to know?
I don't know. I don't have anything.
He doesn't know anything.
Yeah, then
so
we're not doing it.
skipping that.
You don't need to know anything other than it's game day.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
we'll
right.
get to all that.
Are we going to do Radio Tinder?
Not today, because you're going to have Keyshawn on, apparently.
Oh, yeah, Keyshawn's coming in
Yeah,
here. That's right.
but we'll be doing Radio Tinder on Thursday.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it'll be returning
Magic.
to the 3 o'clock hour on Thursday. So there you have it. Plus, Lindsay will be here on Thursday, so that will help, I believe, too. So we're going to take a quick break. I'm hanging out at Ball Arena. The boys are back in L.A. We got more for you coming up in about 2.5 minutes.
Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Yes, indeed. 3 o'clock in the Southland on a Lakers game day Tuesday. Also, Super Playoff Crosstalk is on thanks to our friends at Michelob Ultra. Mace is here. Sedano is at Ball Arena. And Cappy's somewhere. Who knows where Cappy is? As we get you ready 1 hour away from the Toyota Lakers countdown to tip-off. Now, Mace, you hear that, what we call that's room noise, right? You hear that room noise? From the stadium.
Room noise, yeah.
Yeah.
Little natural sound.
Nat sound.
Nat sound.
That's
what we're
because
call it.
only one man is in the league.
Yes.
And I had to come in from our Keyshawn recording session.
Oh.
By the way, Keyshawn will join this show, maybe about 45 minutes.
Oh, cool.
Because Sedano's giving you a masterclass, Jack, on how to do a radio show leading into Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals.
Why do you feel the need to pump Sedano up when he's clearly self-pumped?
Do you have the guts today, Mace?
Yeah.
To meet and match Sedano's energy?
I'm along for this ride, man.
Or are you
I've got
just
lots of
gutless?
energy.
He's gutless.
I'm not gutless. I am not gutless.
You need to
We
sound.
all are.
You need to sound off like you have a pair, Mace.
You're gutless.
Yeah, do it.
You're gutless, Morales. Gutless.
Right now, Super Crosstalk, Super
This
Playoff
live
Crosstalk.
imaging Tuesday is a final.
Not yet. 1 more hour.
All right.
It is a final.
I almost forgot Christopher was there because he was
me
gone
too.
for a little while.
I wanted to let you guys do your thing. You know, George, on a playoff day like this, you're going to steamroll like a bull in a china shop, Jack.
Well, Mason, to his credit, did have good AD Jokic stats for me earlier.
I did. I threw out some good
sassy stats.
sassy stats.
65% versus 62%.
Exactly. About even. Cancel each other out. That's
right.
That's what I'm talking about.
How was Slee? Was Slee's contribution nice?
He was
Slee was great.
He was money.
Yeah. But he's gone. As soon as that segment was over, he was out. He's trying to find the position, Ireland and Michael's position, because I think that's where he's going to broadcast from.
You know, what's weird is Michael apparently is taking everybody to dinner tomorrow night in Denver, and Slee is not invited.
What is that all
I was
about?
invited.
I heard this.
I know. You're invited.
We all heard about it.
Slee
You,
not
Trudell.
invited.
Trudell's invited. Sedano's invited.
Brad Turner.
I mean, all these guys are invited.
Is
no
Johan
Slee
on
one?
there?
I don't know if Johan Bua is there.
How about McMiniman? McMiniman in the house?
Slee not invited to Michael Thompson's dinner.
Wow.
Yeah,
that is just
weird.
that is a straight
Did
up
you bring that up to
slap in the
Michael?
face.
Did you bring that to his attention?
I did.
Wow.
And?
I texted him, and he's not gotten back to me.
Shocking.
Oh.
I got to get back. I think Keyshawn needs coffee or something, so I got to go do
yeah.
that. We'll be back.
Send my best to Keyshawn.
Yeah, send my
Well, he's
best
going to be on
Key.
the air with you in a few minutes.
I thought it was 3:45.
About that, 3:45.
Yeah, but I got to go at 3:45.
Oh, really? Oh,
I have to-
Sedano's in the league.
I have the coaches at 3:50, so I got to go.
Oh, so it's going to be me, Cappy, and Key.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe Key won't come by then.
Yeah, maybe it should just be you and Key.
I mean,
Maybe
he wanted to talk to Sedano.
Are you afraid of Key? Is that what's going on, Cappy?
No,
Are you
it's just
gonna
that Key
turtle up?
don't.
You gonna
Key doesn't
turtle up?
want it. No, Key don't want anything to do with me.
Oh, sure he does. He's
No,
a
he
big
doesn't.
fan. Big
he
fan.
doesn't want anything to do with me.
Yeah.
I remind him of Max.
Let that breathe.
Come on a second. That was good. That's funny.
Let that breathe. It's good.
I mean, if anyone kind of reminds him of Max, it's kind of me, to be honest.
Yeah,
with you.
correct. Sedano is the max.
Yeah.
Super duper playoff crosstalk.
That device will never get old. We should have that anytime we do something like this. That should be the thing.
Absolutely.
Every time.
Absolutely. By the way, do you agree with So Super Sam?
Lakers in 5.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah.
Lakers in
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Lakers in 5.
Well, I thought she
Lakers in
amended it to
5.
Lakers in
You
6 for the
little
last series.
Hang on, this.
6!
Yeah.
There you go.
6! Lakers in 6, you little
Yeah.
She by the way, will join us tomorrow on Mase
Awesome.
in Ireland. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
She's a very. Do you know she's a very popular DJ. You
No,
know that,
I don't.
right?
I don't know any of her backstory at all.
Yeah, she's a really popular DJ. Like, she's very good.
May she could probably get us into those clubs we want to get into that we can't get into.
You mean the
You know
patio?
what?
Yeah.
I mean, she may have you may have a chance with her,
Right.
as opposed to, on your own. That's for
Right.
sure.
I think Jay Moore's going to get me into the patio. I'm pretty
So?
sure.
You think
Yeah.
so?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, Mace, you know who's in my sight line?
Tell us. Tell us. Give us a hint. Give us a hint.
All right, I'll give you a hint. Ready?
Go ahead.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Circle 7.
Oh,
Circle
Sandoval.
Sandoval. Yeah.
Oh,
Sandoval's right there. He's
Yeah.
chit-chatting with one of the, I I don't know who that person is he's chit-chatting with. Another, like, TV anchor, but I don't know if he's like a Denver guy or an LA guy.
This is why Sandoval gets invited to go on to NBA Today on ESPN, because he's there. He's part of it. He's in the middle of it all.
Yeah.
And you and me are just a bunch of outsiders.
That's true. I actually don't mind being an outsider.
I prefer it, actually.
You need a combination of both.
Yeah, inside-outside game.
Now, Sandoval, I think, is a fake insider. Like, he doesn't know the stuff that Sedano knows.
Hold on a second.
All right, let's find out.
He's a fake insider.
Here's one thing I know. He can't catch in the outfield.
All right, I'm calling him over right now.
Get him over here.
He's a fake insider.
Bring him over here, George.
He's not really in the league.
All right, Kurt. Mason and Kaplan are there. All right,
Kurt.
go, Mason. Say what you just said.
I said Sandoval is a fake insider. Doesn't really know any of the inside info.
You want to talk about insider with the Rams or insider with the Lakers?
Well, obviously, we're getting ready for Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, so we're talking about the Lakers.
Okay, what would you like to know? We're standing at 5,280 feet.
Yeah.
Lakers.
Malik Beasley's putting up some threes.
Tell me something I don't know, Kurt. Just tell me something I don't know.
All right, I will tell you that I had dinner with the Lakers security guard last night.
Wow.
There's a lot that I know
Insider.
that I can't tell you.
Great insider.
Tell us more.
John, I can't.
Do spill. Spill. Let's go. Spill some tea.
What room is LeBron staying in?
I will tell you this. Expect D'Angelo Russell, who had dinner at the same place as us last night, to hit a lot of threes
You
from
know
the
what?
corner.
Okay. There it is, Sedano. He's an insider because he had dinner at the same restaurant as D'Lo.
There you
I
go.
have a quick question, though, Kurt. Shouldn't the security guy be doing security? What's he doing having dinner with you?
Well, he wasn't really having dinner with us. We just walked in to
And he was there.
And he was there. And,
Right.
and I've known Mike he used to be Kobe's security guy for years. He's a great guy.
Yep.
He's a humble guy. He's former sheriff's department guy in Los Angeles.
So is he just keeping his eyes on the players in the restaurant? That's what he's doing?
That's when in this case, when D'Angelo Russell wants to walk from the hotel to the restaurant, he doesn't want Nugget fans heckling him.
Giving him crap. Yeah.
So John was with him.
Yeah.
Okay, so me and Ireland have the standard $100 bet. Have you heard about this, Kurt?
Oh, I was proud of you for being under like 200 the other day. Is that kind of part of the bet?
That was a few weeks ago.
That was
a couple
bet.
weeks
Yeah,
back,
that was
though.
a bet.
Tell him the truth, Mace. It was a couple weeks ago.
No, the $100 bet on the weight was this week.
Oh, I thought you said
Friday,
you were starting
maybe.
to pack it on. You said you're packing it back on.
Yeah, I did go back. I was at 193, now I'm at 199. So yeah, I am packing it back on.
I mean, you're fluctuating, Mace.
So
What's going on there?
it's a problem. So Kurt, $100. Ready?
Okay.
$100 bet. Here's what you got to do. Do your stand up tonight.
Okay.
Outside Ball Arena.
Yes.
Without your little Circle 7
Oh,
pin.
no.
on.
No
do
chance.
it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
I could get
Do it.
fired.
You
Yeah, no
cannot
way.
get fired.
I mean, let me tell you something. The Circle 7 is shining so bright that it's like blinding to me right now.
I
may
just
need
polished it this morning.
I need sunglasses just to
Polished
stand next to this man.
Why would you want him to take it off, Mace? Wouldn't you want him to put something else on?
because I know it's a hard thing.
It's branding. Hey, two real quick things. I never claimed to be a Lakers insider, so I'm just.
He's just mad because you've been on NBA Today and he hasn't.
Yeah,
And you're
does
there and
that.
we're not. You being there and us not being there
Right,
kind
I
of
mean,
makes us a little
I don't know
FOMO.
I don't know as much as you. You had dinner at the same restaurant as D'Angelo Russell, so I
And the
know
security guy.
that makes you an insider.
Okay, so the second part, this is really the key to the Circle 7.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when Kobe got arrested in Colorado,
Mm-hmm.
and the first time he went to training camp, it was in Hawaii, and I'm like, you know what? I got to go buy.
By the way,
one of
I
those
think I was at that training camp.
Okay, so I do my first live shot, and I'm like, you don't wear a suit in Hawaii.
Right.
Jim Hill probably did, but I'm not going to.
Right. You wore a Hawaiian shirt.
I wore a Hawaiian flowered shirt.
Right.
And first time we've heard from Kobe. First time we've heard from Kobe since the arrest, and he talked about it.
Right.
And you know what I was told in my ear right when I was done?
Yeah.
Make sure you have your Circle 7 pin on for the next live shot.
I believe it.
Oh, my.
So why do you think other channels have not taken shapes and numbers for themselves? Like
That is a great question.
the triangle 2, the square 4, the octagonal 11. Why doesn't everybody have one of those?
That's a great point.
That's a great point.
I mean, clearly our friends, our colleagues, at ABC7. They beat everybody to the punch on the branding, and now they just look like they'd be kind of knockoffs.
Imitators.
Yeah.
Imitators. Yeah.
You should have them in your pocket and give them away to people when you say hello to people. You're like, here, have a pen.
Here's a Circle 7.
No, man, you got to have the clout to wear that Circle 7.
Well, can I say one final thing before my live shot?
Yeah.
I am standing with Sedano here, courtside.
Right.
And where we are standing is actually where I parked my car when I was in college, because I went to college across the street at Metropolitan State University.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What school is that?
Metropolitan State University.
Yeah, it's right next door.
Terrific Division II basketball school.
Okay.
But my point is, so we're doing a little man on the street today, Steve.
Right.
And I'm telling you, Nugget fan is stressed.
Oh, yeah.
And because in the 80s, they lost to Magic,
right.
Alex English.
85,
Yep. And Dan Issel, the Missile,
yeah.
They lost. I asked this guy, we're going to win. I said, but did you say that when Kobe beat you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Did you say that in the bubble? Yeah, I did. They are stressing.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. Well, it's the pressures of being the number one seed almost wire to wire.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So there's that, and, of course, the Lakers. So, well, Kurt, go do your live shot.
I feel like I learned a lot,
Just turned
Kurt.
on
Thank
Channel
you.
7, Kurt. Just turned it on. Let me see you do work, buddy. Let me see what you got today.
Now,
guys.
Thursday, I want your back. I want to hear what the security guard said on Thursday, too.
Hey, let me just say this. Sedano's doing radio for this.
Yeah.
Dude brought the A game on the suit.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
Looked
that.
Fabulous, dude.
I appreciate
All right.
that. You as well.
See you guys.
Bye,
Kurt. Work on that.
Sandoval.
Work on those fly balls, buddy.
He didn't hear you say that, you jerk.
Shame.
Fundamental. Look at that. We're having guests. We're having guests on this show. Bergman is not. Bergman is so not happy with
Bergman,
this.
are you upset?
He's a friend of the show.
Okay, so Sliwa and Kurt don't count?
No.
Okay, grab somebody else.
Get LeBron.
I'll see who else I can get.
Yeah, see if you can get somebody else. Just to annoy
If you
Bergman.
can grab LeBron, that'd be great.
I mean, I don't see LeBron even on the floor yet, so there's that.
How about AD?
Not on the floor either.
How about Malik?
Malik is still here shooting right now as we speak.
How about
Be a good guy to
him?
talk to.
Austin Reeves. I'm
him.
I don't see him.
You don't see him, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So still, I'll work on it for you guys. How about that?
Good.
Yeah. So, all right, Cappy, real quick. Coming up next, we didn't get to, since we had Kurt on, we didn't get to what you fear and what you're ultimately confident in how the Lakers can win this series. So I want to hear your fears and your confidence on the other side from both of you. But, Cappy, first, tell them about our friends at Yamava.
Oh, I would love to. Hey, look, SoCal's #1 casino is celebrating the greatest of all time. When I say the GOAT, I'm talking MJ, 6 rings, a 5-time MVP. And when I say to you the shrug, you see what I'm doing right now. You know what I'm doing. And the flu game, we all understand what that was all about. Yamava
All right, we're back here. I'm at Ball Arena. The boys are back in the studio in L.A. Now, gentlemen, I have another special guest here next to me.
Good. I love when this happens.
So I want you guys, you got a couple guesses at who the special guest is. Go ahead.
Okay. Any hints here? I mean,
do you want to hint off?
No, let's guess first.
All right. I'm guessing LeBron.
No,
that
not
is
LeBron.
Definitely wrong.
Okay.
Nope.
Mace, you're up.
I will take Rob Pelinka.
Nope, not Rob Pelinka. Nope.
How about Jeannie Buss?
Not Jeannie Buss. Have not seen her.
Okay.
Darvin Ham.
Not Darvin Ham. I believe he's busy.
Okay.
How
Malik
about,
Beasley?
Malik Beasley's done shooting. Although
Spencer
Tristan
Reeves.
Thompson is out here. I said hello to him earlier. But he's just
Jovan
warming up.
Buha.
Not Jovan Buha, but now you're getting a
Dave McMenamin?
Warmer.
Is it
what I would say.
McMenamin?
No, now you're much warmer. But
Spencer
no.
Reeves. Momo?
No, not Momo.
Tim
Not-
Bontemps.
You're not as warm anymore.
Brad Turner.
Arv.
Not Brad Turner.
Not
All
Tim Bontemps?
You ready for a hint? You ready for a hint?
Woj?
No, not Woj. You
Ready
a
for the hint.
The pride of Northwestern.
Oh, Mike Trudell.
There it is.
Yeah, Mike Trudell, yeah.
There it is. Michael Trudell is with us.
Trudell, what's going on, man?
Yo.
What's going on, guys? Sedano looks nice today. He's got like a nice kind of tweed sport coat thing working with a black
George, can you
tie.
take a picture and
He's got
post
some
it in the
shades.
circle of trust? Let's see what you
I
look
will.
like.
I'll take a picture with Trudell after we're done.
Sedano's just like, this old thing. I just threw this on.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a smoking jacket almost, kind of a piece.
Yeah.
I can see Mason wearing that at one of his parties. I don't know if he throws them anywhere.
July the 22nd, Trudell.
Yeah,
July
you
the
get invited back
22nd.
in the
It's
day.
on.
Although
Once I
I
left
feel like
ESPN,
Mace feels like because he wasn't invited to the Big Trudell 40th birthday bash.
That's true. Yeah, he didn't quite make the cut.
I think you didn't make the cut. It's okay, but he's honest about it, Mace. There's that. There's some of that.
Yeah, Trudell, I've gotten over that. I've gotten over the fact that you didn't invite me to your 40th birthday party. Initially, I felt terrible about it.
Why don't you try and make it to his 45th, though?
Mace, here's the thing for that one. That was only so you and I.
It was
have
also
never,
pandemic.
You and I have never hung out socially. I always got along well. Always respected your work, but it's not like you're texting me, "Hey, what are you doing this weekend?"
Right,
Sedano family.
I've tried to make
family.
fantasy basketball trades with you.
Well, you did, and that's that we are. But I wouldn't call that social much as.
Got it.
So that's all. So if we at some point develop a social friendship, then you would make that kind of a cut. Now, if I were going to have a bigger party, right, where it was more people, then you would 100% be on the list.
Mace, I have an idea. Mm-hmm. Why don't you invite Trudell to your party this summer?
Right, and in expectation for the next Trudell party is what you're saying?
And even have pomegranate margaritas as a drink.
I do like those.
Mimosas.
Mimosas
like
are part pomegranate mimosas.
Is that
We
your
had
drink,
pomegranate
Trudell?
mimosas.
those.
Yeah, when the Trudell family met us at the beach 2 summers ago now. Yeah, we had pomegranate mimosas ready for the adults.
Isn't that lovely?
You know what I like? I like Bellinis. Do you ever have a Bellini?
Yeah, Bellinis
That's like
are good.
peach stuff and champagne. That's really good.
Yeah.
It's National Mimosa Day, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Oh, hey, happy National Mimosa Day.
Yeah.
Really? On a Tuesday?
On a Tuesday, yeah.
Huh.
What a
How about that?
That's nice.
I celebrated.
So, Trudell, since you're here,
I don't like theirs, George.
the maroon. Oh, you're saying for the in the stands?
Yeah, they've got maroon. Like I don't think of maroon. Now they do have it as kind of like a tangential
an accent
outline.
color, right?
An accent. Yeah, and I mean I've never seen the accent color get the T-shirt love. So
I
it's
haven't
very
either.
interesting.
I'm curious to see why that was the case. Maybe I'll ask someone a little later as to why that's the case. Trudell, since you're here, we were just going to talk about, in regards to the Lakers, the thing you're most confident in regards to trying to win this series, and the thing that you may have a worry about in regards to this particular series. So if you had to pick one of each, let's start with you since you're our special guest at the moment. What would be the thing you are ultimately confident in regards to this series, and the thing that has you at least a little concerned in this series?
Yeah, so I think that when you get this far, when you get to the Western Conference Finals, it certainly is about the stars, and the pairing that would give you confidence for the Lakers is LeBron and AD are 6-0 in postseason series when both healthy. Of course, they lost the series against Phoenix when AD got hurt in Game 4. They were up 2-1 at the time. They were home. They had already taken home court advantage. So that being said, and them having kind of a roster around them that actually fits, right? Like the one when they won the title in the bubble. So that's where the confidence is drawn from. Plus they get some playmaking on the perimeter with Reeves and Russell and Schroeder. Now, the concern, of course, going to the same theory, would be Nikola Jokic has taken a very significant step up from when the Lakers saw him and limited him, by the way, pretty successfully in that 1920 series. And I know Cappy doesn't like when I say 1920. So the 2020, that was the year.
Just so you know, Mace, that's not
Why
the
do
year.
you say 1920?
Right, Mace, it's not the year.
19-20. Yeah.
And
by the way,
that's not good.
Dwight had a big role in that.
Yeah, Dwight played well there. So Jokic wasn't just going to stick his shoulder into you and continually back you under the rim. He'll do that now. He's just more aggressive, and it's a lot for Anthony Davis, who is, by the way, better at potentially handling that than anyone else in the league. But it's a lot over the course of his series. Jokic, despite how he looks sometimes, is in great shape. So he really doesn't tire that much. He doesn't foul ever. He almost never fouls out of games. So he's going to be out there, and that allows Denver to get away with some things because the rest of the roster, and particularly once you get into the bench, not as strong. But he is the thing to be concerned about for sure in this series.
All right, Mace, what about you?
I am concerned about some of the beyond Jokic. I think Jokic and AD, as we've been talking about, will both have really good series and will, to whatever degree, cancel each other out.
Right.
I worry about Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr., who can both go off at any time. They're both like microwave offense guys, and I think that they've got size on the players that we're going to use to defend them potentially, whether it's Austin Reeves or I guess D'Angelo Russell will be on KCP. But Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. are the guys who could step up and win a game for Denver.
Michael Porter Jr. is an interesting X factor because, to your point, he can be on a given night a walking 20 and 10, Michael. And I think that, it's been interesting to see him play this year before I get to Cappy because he's been in and out as he's got injury issues historically, and he's been in and out. But
coming off the knee injury,
and he hasn't played. Previously he played above the rim, and it feels like he's relying more on the jumper these days, which I think honestly is more beneficial to the Lakers if he's not attacking.
Yeah, so I like the plan that I think the Lakers have for Murray, and I think that you gotta talk about Dennis Schroeder as being a key part of that. So Schroeder, as you saw, they put him into the starting lineup in Game 6 against the Warriors, and did an excellent job on Steph, about as well as you can do in the perimeter. And the reason is he's excellent at getting around screens, and that's where Denver kills you because Jokic is excellent at, I keep saying excellent, very good at setting screens.
Yeah.
And if you don't get around that Murray screen, he's just got that wide open J at the top of the key, and then if not, he can kick it back down to Jokic, who will repost. Schroeder, to me, is the player and the one player on the Lakers, although Reeves can do it some, that can really limit that action. And if you limit that action some, you're limiting Denver's offense. So that's definitely a swing piece in the series, Mase, if they can find a way to contain Murray. And this Lakers team, I think thanks to LeBron and AD, have done an excellent job of containing guards. Just talked about Steph. How about John Morant? Go back into the bubble, and you think about Murray, think about Dame Lillard, think about Harden and Westbrook. And guess what player allows you to do that? Anthony Davis, and then to an extent LeBron. So it's kind of that. That's why the defense is good all around for the Lakers, that they have answers inside and out. I just don't know if anybody has that ultimate Jokic answer right now.
Cappy, what are your concerns, and what are you least concerned about? What do you think you're most confident in?
Well, the one thing I'm most confident in is I'm pretty much certain that the Lakers have not played their best basketball yet. Now, I know that may sound a little weird to people. You're like, well, wait a second. They beat Memphis. They were the number 2 seed. And, in the last series, they knocked out the, champs and maybe ended their dynasty. What do you mean they haven't played their best basketball yet? I am of the opinion, and I've said this when LeBron was first coming back, it would take LeBron several games to reintegrate, and then it'll take time for them to build great chemistry. And I actually think we're in the process of watching that. I do believe that Lonnie Walker game where he scored 13 in the fourth quarter and seeing LeBron hug him out the way he did after that game kind of shows you how close this team is getting. And so I'm pretty confident that the Lakers have not yet played their best basketball, and that's coming because they're a team still getting ready to peak. I will tell you my biggest concern, though, and I'm sure everybody's probably thought of this, but it's just straight up health. LeBron in I want to say Game 5 against the Warriors came down odd, and he limped around for the rest of the game. We all know what happened to AD with the elbow to the head. So back to the original point that Mike made, when they're both healthy, they win these series. They got to both remain healthy.
Yeah, I would say that's a huge key. What do you make of this where, obviously every series, Mike, is going to be different, but I think with AD, he'll be tested in a different way this time, as you kind of started to allude to. but particularly because Jokic works in different parts of the floor, right? Like he'll work near the top of the key, he'll work in the mid post, he'll work in the post. Like AD is going to have to cover more ground on this one than maybe he did previously, particularly because it's a big man. It's not like it's Steph who will have some challenges shooting over him. Sure. Jokic doesn't have an issue shooting over anybody.
Well, this is why Denver is the 1 seed. This is why Jokic is who he is that even though Davis has probably the best one-on-one answers for Jokic, it's a 5-on-5 game. And ideally, you would love to have AD off the ball, and they just don't have another player, except maybe LeBron as the series goes on, who could defend Jokic in that context. So that's all. When you have AD on the ball, it means you don't have him off the ball, and that's when he can totally just shut down the entire half of the floor.
Is that my boy Mike Trudell right there?
That is
Trudell.
Yeah.
I got somebody who wants to say hi to you.
Who's that?
Go ahead, Key.
Man, I haven't heard your voice. I was like, is that?
What's up, Key?
Man, I haven't heard your voice in gosh, it's been 4 years, it feels like.
You're not watching Laker games?
Not one game on Spectrum. Not one single game.
How are the kids?
Because I don't have Showtime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, wait, is it Showtime?
No,
Spectrum.
Yeah. Come on. I know Showtime's in your
Showtime,
package.
Spectrum, or something like. No, I don't have it.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Key. How are the kids?
Man.
Yeah. Huh?
How are the kids?
They're big, man. They're grown now, basically.
Man.
They're using words that I can't necessarily use on the air.
Yes.
So
what
my
did you
2-year-old
say?
said
It's like, wait a minute, hold on. So it's a different deal. I have to really mean mug them every now and then.
We know you know how to do that.
Yeah. Who is this, George?
Yeah, that's Sedano.
Oh God.
You had your
wait. You're doing
you
ESPN
had your
tonight.
Sedano history, right?
Yeah.
What are you doing? ESPN tonight?
Yeah, I'm doing the radio.
Radio part of it. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't get to see your mug. I
won't see my mug tonight.
I tried to text you the other night, but I missed it. I couldn't get the picture of my phone fast enough. You were interviewing somebody. I think it might have been what game did you call? It was a coach.
Game.
It was a coach you were interviewing.
Michael Malone, the Denver coach?
Yeah, it might have been Mike Malone. Yeah.
So wait a minute. So you took a picture of him on the screen?
I was getting ready to send it to him in the middle of his interview.
Right.
And tell him to put some Carmex on those crusty lips. But I didn't get a chance to,
Yeah.
It was funny. And I just I said, look at George up there looking all nice.
I FaceTimed Key a couple weeks ago while he was filming a top golf commercial randomly. I didn't when was that? That was a couple months ago, right?
Yeah,
2 months ago?
Yeah, top golf.
So how much time do you spend in LA and how much time do you spend in New York? I get confused.
I'm here.
You're here all the time?
He's literally right there in front
You're
of you.
never in New York?
I'm here, right here.
I thought you were in New York sometimes.
I haven't been back to New York since championship week, NFC, AFC.
Oh, okay.
It was the last time. I was at the end of January.
Yeah.
Hey,
so
Mike's got to go, I would imagine. So
Mike.
Mike, thank you, man. Appreciate it, man.
Guys. Nice to hear from everybody.
All right, buddy.
It's like a radio whiteboard here.
Yeah, with everything going on and stuff, we just kind of wanted to take a pause for a minute.
Nice.
Travel.
Nice. Cool. Cool.
So I'll, once the season starts back, I'll be up and running again.
Right.
And doing that whole deal.
Yeah.
It is Super Playoff Crosstalk with Mase, Sedano, and Cappy. Everyone seems confused now that Keyshawn just walked in.
Well, it's because Sedano's running the show, and I'm like,
you told me he was coming at 3:45.
Well, I got him.
Here.
I got him in early because he wanted to
Key.
talk to you.
Let's talk to Key on the other side.
Where's your partner?
He's right here.
He's there.
He's here.
He went too.
Yeah, no, he's in South
I'm in Denver.
LA.
No, I'm in Denver as far as you know. Yes, I am. Don't you hear the background noise?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Don't
he's
you hear
down
that?
south.
Everybody's everywhere. It's just you and me here, and everybody's everywhere.
Actually, I'm glad Key's here because I want to ask Key a question about a moment like this for a player, right? Because Key's been in these moments before. Big conference game, playoffs, etc., deep in the playoffs. So, Key, let's talk about that a little bit, and also let's just catch up with Key.
Gosh, Sedano's so good. Did you hear that, Mase, how he did that?
Master
so
class.
good.
Yeah. Tell him.
Let's get Keys. How about that? We can do some
Keys.
Gosh,
I love that.
You make me so proud, Sedano.
Yeah.
There you go.
Super playoff
Me too. There you go.
There it is. All right, so we got one more segment to go with me and Key and Mason.
And then
Cappy,
me and Cap are going to wrap it up.
You're going to wrap it up. But first, let me tell you about my second home, LAX, at Los Angeles International Airport. Changes are
Super Playoff Crosstalk is on a Lakers Game Day Tuesday, live imaging Tuesday. Mace, Sedano, and Cappy. Sedano, the legend, teaching a masterclass today, live from Ball Arena. But he's joined by even a bigger legend now.
Yeah.
The man who will be on stage Saturday, June 10th, hosting Mandy Awards 2, LA's native son. You hear him each weekday morning, 6 to 10 a.m. Keyshawn in the mornings here. Hi, Key.
What up?
Take it away. Take it away, guys, now.
You forgot Man of Troy.
And Man of LA's native son. Number one overall pick, 1996.
Yeah.
Yes.
USC All-American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like his valet, right?
Two-time All-American,
Why
right,
are you
Keith?
busting on you, man?
I'm a member of Keyshawn Inc. I'm not yet fully a member of Sedano
But
Inc.
you're kind of a valet, right? Like if you had to if he was going to put a jacket on, you would be the one that holds the jacket.
Whatever the check says to do, I do.
He kneels down, you put the cape over him, like hardest working man.
I did have that guy.
Like James Brown?
Like James Brown.
If I had that guy, I wouldn't be here. You know?
Yeah.
Or better yet, Sedano, if I had your hands, I'd cut mine off. You know, you're living the dream, baby.
Me? I'm doing all right. I can't complain.
No complaints. You were at the game 1 in Denver. How's the altitude?
It was okay until I got on the treadmill this morning for a minute, and I was like, ooh, I forgot how that works.
All right, let's ask Keyshawn that question. Key, seriously, like to me, it's a part of the game that no one's really talking about. We hear about it all the time in football. Oh, they got to go and they got to play it the mile high, and it's going to affect them. Don't you think that there is some impact? It doesn't take like a day or two. It takes like 2 weeks to get truly acclimated to the altitude. What do you think? Any impact?
No, the 2 times that I played in Denver, I was young, so it didn't. 3 times I played in Denver. I played there as a rookie, AFC Championship game, and then the following year. So 3 times I played there, I didn't feel in. I don't know what people were talking about.
Right.
I went to Aspen, Colorado 1 year, and I had to leave.
Because of altitude sickness?
Oh, my God. My heart was pounding, and I was scared to death.
Yeah, that happens.
Mace, I was so scared that we had a week vacation. I'm like, I got to get out of here. I just feel like I'm going to die.
No, it's scary.
But when I played, it didn't bother me. And here's a funny one, though. It's Tom Jackson, who played his entire career in Denver.
Right.
He goes, he used to always say, they're complaining about the altitude now. When they were kicking our ass, they were not complaining about the altitude.
Right.
For many years, people would come up there and beat Denver. No complaints.
Yeah.
Now that Denver's beating them, all the complaints in the world. So I don't really know, to be honest with you.
They flew in a day early. Normally they would fly in the day before. They flew in a day early because they wanted to adjust to it.
So Sunday instead of Monday.
There is no adjustment.
Correct.
There is no adjustment in 1 day, man.
By the way, did you know that Viagra is they use that to treat the altitude syndrome. I'm not even joking.
Oh, do
That's
they
a real
really?
thing. That's a real thing.
Seems problematic.
Are you suggesting that the Laker players will all be
I don't know.
excited for the game tonight?
Come on, man, stop it.
I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just telling you that is a real thing.
Do you think people actually take it for altitude?
Some people do. So I went. I did a game in Mexico City when the Raiders and Texans played there. It was probably like 2017. I was there for work. And
you said in Mexico City?
Yeah, they were playing at
very high altitude. Yeah.
Right there, it's like 7,300 feet. It's 2,000 more than here, and there were people who were feeling it on the ESPN crew, and there was like ESPN always, when they travel to these places, particularly internationally, Key would know that they
we wouldn't, Mace, you and me wouldn't know
security,
no.
And there's like they have like kind of a big party, right, including someone who was like a physician. And he was local, but he was employed by ESPN.
So is there like a Pez dispenser filled with Viagra?
No, not
or something?
a Pez dispenser, but he did recommend that if you have some issues, that is something you can take.
So in other words, when any other players go back home, people will know, hey, he's been to Denver.
Hey, just got back from Denver.
Must have just got back from Colorado somewhere.
Exactly. Now, Key, let me ask you this. You've played, as you just mentioned, you played in an AFC Championship, you getting to play in a Super Bowl, but let's just take it back to that AFC Championship game, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the equivalent here. You were there for the first time. That, a lot of these guys on both sides are in this game for the first time. Obviously LeBron, AD, Jokic, those guys have been in these games. What is it like before the game? They're out here warming up. You were out there stretching, doing your thing. What was the mindset for you and some of your teammates who hadn't been to that level yet?
I think, I can't really speak for the teammates. For me, my focus was just don't screw it up. Make it, do what I do. Treat it like any other game. except there was probably a little cherry on top. That's kind of the way that I approached it in any of my playoff games that I've ever played in, is I treated it like a normal game, except I knew the speed was going to be up. I knew the crowd would be up, and we could make some mistakes. Where in the regular season, you may make a mistake, but you got 15 other games or X amount of quarters. In these situations, when you get into playoffs, it's one and done, right? Now they got 7.
Yep.
But after 3 and 1, you probably are done, right? Or something along those lines.
95% chance.
Yeah. So you got to take advantage of your opportunities. That's
Right.
what you have to do. Don't be the guy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, listen, you guys keep this conversation up. I got to roll.
All right, go.
Bergman is kicking me off because they need the
Somebody just on YouTube says that's why they call it the Mile High Club.
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly why.
Yeah.
I got to roll because Bergman's kicking me out because they need this for John and those guys in Sliwa. So
okay.
You guys have a great rest of the show. Key,
All right,
good to hear
Georgie.
your voice.
All right, buddy.
See ya.
Thanks, Sedano. All right, so it's playoff super duper crosstalk. That's what they're calling it. Key, are you excited to be part of this magic, this radio magic?
I mean, yeah, of course. I'm always good to listen.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, chime in.
How is the KJM?
Mm-hmm. It's all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's fine.
I listen to it all the time.
1:30 in the morning. I
Yeah,
wake up.
that's
you
the
know,
hard
I'm up
thing.
at 1:15. I leave the house about 2:45.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's crazy,
I
man.
get in, I prep, I do what I need to do.
Doesn't that kind of ruin your life?
No.
When
no.
I did mornings, it ruined my life. When
No,
I was getting
not at
up
all.
at 4 a.m., I was
I'm
like,
back home. I'm in the bed. I'm out, back up probably around 10 o'clock.
do you sleep twice a day?
Yeah, twice a day.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So when I go home and watch the Lakers, I'll watch the Lakers to the end. It'll be over 8:30.
Right.
I'll be in bed.
Yeah, especially now. Early starts are good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That 7:30 stuff is rough.
Yeah.
Because I got to see from beginning to end. See, a
Yeah.
lot of people in our business, they don't watch. They fake watch.
Sure.
They cap you out like they watching, they not watching.
Right,
You know,
right.
and so
I have done that several times.
I watch. I
Yeah.
literally sit on the edge of my seat and I'm watching every single thing, right?
Yes.
And because sometimes it's late, you got to stay up to watch because I got
Right.
to know what I'm talking about. I can't just be up there faking it, looking at the box scores the next morning.
You can fake it sometimes.
Nah, you
I
really
fake it
can't.
sometimes. I fake it sometimes.
You know, it's tough to fake it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Because I'll watch every Lakers game
Yeah.
from beginning to end.
Yeah.
It's some of the other playoff games that
But
I
you're
don't
not faking
necessarily
that.
see.
You're not faking. You see just enough.
Right.
You see just enough. Like,
Right.
I'm not staying up to watch Denver blitz Phoenix the other. Like, I'm not doing that.
Yes, yes.
Like, okay, I've seen enough. They're getting ready to get bombed.
Yeah.
So
Right,
why
it's
would
30
I even
points
bother?
at half, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I went to the Laker game. Game
What, Memphis
three.
or
No, game 3. It was game 3.
Warriors?
Warriors when
Yeah.
they blitzed them.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm not sticking around
Yeah,
to
that's just
traffic.
blowout.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
Me and my family, let's get out of here. They're going to win. They're up by 15. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
just like the other night. I'm not watching that in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
It's time to roll.
Yeah, right. So what do you
Especially when
think
you got
of
to
this
get up at
series?
1:15 a.m. Give me a break, man.
They got to steal one. If
Yeah.
they can steal one, which hopefully they can steal one of the two.
Yes.
Because if you steal one of these two, I don't want you to steal one when you go back. I want you to steal one now.
Yes.
Because if you steal one now, you're scared of you-know-what out of them.
Yep.
So if they can steal one, and I think the thing that they got to do is they got to neutralize the Joker by running different bodies at him.
Yeah.
Because I don't know who really – if you try to – Anthony Davis, I think he could do some stuff with him.
Yep.
But you want a little thicker body
Yeah,
on it.
sure.
So you run Hachimura at him a little
Yeah,
bit.
sure.
You run LeBron at him a little bit with AD right there just in case, you know, as a shadow right
Yeah,
there.
right.
Boom, I'm ready to go now. You got to get up over me. So you kind of mix it up. What's the kid that we got from Denver? He's not playing, though, right?
Jared Vanderbilt?
No, not Vandy. Did we get it from Denver?
Malik Beasley.
No, not Beasley. The center, the tall
Mo
Mo
Bamba.
Bamba.
Yeah.
Did we get
He's-
it from Denver?
No, I don't think he came
I thought
from
we got
Denver.
him from Orlando.
Yeah,
he's
Orlando.
actually he's not even there.
Oh, he's
He's
injured,
injured, so he's not even in Denver,
I know
yeah.
he's injured. So, you know, it just depends on who we running at him. But if we do that, LeBron be LeBron, AD stay healthy, I think our shooters and our other people, Austin Reeves, will be fine.
All right. Hey, Key, great seeing you, man.
All
Thanks
right.
for coming in.
Bye, King.
Nailed it, as always.
Morales?
What is Morales doing?
Nothing. Telling me to hurry up. Let's
Stupid
go.
look on his face. All right. We'll come back. We'll wrap this super duper crosstalk up next. Me and Cappy, 7:10 ESPN.
it. Game of Game.
Yeah, it's not Game of Games time. It's just a habit. This time would normally be Game of Games, but we played Game of Games at 2:15 because we were getting ready for super duper playoff cross.
Vote for Jorge.
Vote for Jorge.
Vote for Jorge.
So Cappy, what do you think they?
Hey guys, vote for Jorge.
Yeah,
Number 9.
If you haven't voted
That's
for
him,
the
number 9.
Mandy Awards, go to ESPN LA, vote for the Mandy Awards. What are you winning this year, Cappy? You going to repeat as host of the year?
You know, Mace, you and I had this conversation, I believe it was yesterday. And today I went online.
Yep.
I don't want to give away my secrets.
Amazon?
Perhaps.
Yep.
And I've been looking for, I told you, I want a very outrageous suit. Something that I can wear shirtless.
Yes.
Something that matches with my black Air Force Ones.
Uh-huh.
Something that allows me to rock a lot of really cool costume ice.
Yeah.
I want to make sure it's costume ice, you know.
Yeah, costume ice, right.
So I am now looking. I'm looking for that Mandy's red carpet outfit. Mace.
So I will tell you this. I found one that I think I might wear, but I will tell you that Juan thinks it's too bold.
What color is it?
It's multicolors.
Multicolors.
Yeah.
Mace,
Does it
Mace,
shine?
It does not shine.
We better talk to each other.
It looks, if I wear it, I'm going to look like a Batman villain.
I'm just worried that you and I
great.
show up with the same piece.
Yeah, don't worry.
Riddler.
Don't worry. Yeah, like the Riddler.
So it's purple.
Exactly. All right, so Cappy, what are the odds we steal game one, huh?
You know, when you look at how well Denver's been.
Do we have breaking news?
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you there, Cappy.
Just as I was about to go into
he was
going to
make a real important point.
You're going to wax poetic. But Denver coach Michael Malone, which I don't know why he's not Mike.
He doesn't like Mike.
He does not
likes
like Mike.
Michael.
It's Michael Malone.
People correct you, too, when you say Mike.
He will. Says Jamal Murray is still questionable for game one with an illness, but adds, knowing Jamal like we all do, I think he'll be out there giving it his all.
He's playing.
Yeah, he's playing.
He's playing.
But he is still questionable.
Not only do I think he's playing, I actually think this is a bunch of gamesmanship.
Oh, you think so? You think it's... Well, now, he was listed as ill for the last game.
I understand, and he may be ill, but I think that what they're doing is they're saying, look, you know, we know he's a tough guy. We know what kind of a player he is. We know what kind of heart he's got. So we think he's going to play, but we're letting you know he's kind of sick so that the Lakers might go, okay, Murray, he's out there, but he's kind of sick. So we don't think he's going to do very much. And then all of a sudden the guy starts raining down bombs all over you and scores 45 points.
Far be it from me to disagree with you, but no, it's not gamesmanship.
No, not at all. Huh?
No, I think the Lakers know that, yes, he had some illness, but yes, he's going to play, and yes, he's going to be Jamal Murray because it's the Western Conference Finals.
And does Denver really need to have gamesmanship? They've been the best team in the Western Conference for the entire season.
Yeah.
They're the most complete team in the Western Conference.
I don't think the Jamal Murray is questionable with an illness thing is necessarily gamesmanship.
Well, let me tell you something. You say that, Greg, that they should be super confident. They've been number one in the division or in the conference all season long.
Yep.
They had the number one seed. They disposed of the Phoenix Suns that everybody said was going to be the number one team in the West once they got Kevin Durant.
Yep.
They should be confident. But the problem for the Denver Nuggets is they've never been here before organizationally.
Yep.
These players haven't been here before unless you're KCP and you were there with the Lakers. This coach, Michael Malone, his previous coaching stop was in Sacramento. So it's not as if he's been there before either. So the fact that they've not been here, yes, Western Conference Finals, but they're playing LeBron and AD. And look, they may have had a better year than LeBron and AD. They may have had a better year than the Lakers had. But we've gotten to this point, and it is a complete and total coin toss. Nobody's favored in this thing.
Yeah, and you, as you said, the analytics say 52-48, I think, right? So it's
what ESPN says.
It's a wash. LeBron, this is his 12th conference finals. He has won 9 straight conference finals when he's been there.
How about
Cappy,
that?
were you saying that Denver hasn't been to the Western Conference Finals?
No,
they've
I'm
been
saying
to
that Denver.
I'm
saying that Denver doesn't have. They have been to the Western Conference Finals.
Okay.
They haven't been a championship organization. They don't have a championship coach.
Got it.
They don't have players who've won championships. When you look at KCP, he did it with the Lakers.
Right.
All I'm saying to you is that you said they should have all this confidence. And you would think that a number 1 seed would. But when you haven't really been a championship caliber team, and now you're facing LeBron and AD who have been, and we all know about what LeBron has done, and they do too, I don't think they're as confident as you might expect.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Lakers have been really for the last 6 weeks, 2 months, have been arguably the best team in the league. If you go back to the last month of the season and into the playoffs, Denver has had a really, really nice run in the postseason. And as was pointed out earlier, they won both. They won Game 1 in both cases. I think Game 1 is an opportunity for the Lakers to steal. And you're right. I think there is going to be more pressure on Denver tonight than there is on the Lakers. Denver is the 1 seed. Denver is the team that was expected to go to the Western Conference Finals. Denver has been the most consistent team all year long. And
Denver wants to make sure that they have home court advantage by winning Game 1 tonight. I mean, the list keeps going on and on.
Yeah, and you can by winning Game 1, you could break them. If you win Game 1, you could break Denver.
And by the way, Mase, if let's just say that Denver wins Game 1 tonight, okay?
Yeah,
they're home. They've been well rested.
They've been expected to win.
Exactly. They are favored to win tonight. If they win tonight, no big deal, because I don't know about everybody else. I know I picked the Lakers in 7. Okay? I think this series is going all the way to the distance.
You think it's going 7 games?
Oh, absolutely. If ESPN has this formula that they use, and they say it's a 52-48 series, and then you combine with that the Lakers are the number 1 defensive team and the Nuggets are the number 1 offensive team, you understand why it is 52-48. It could be 51-49. It's that close. You had these stats earlier today, Mase, about what AD has done offensively against Jokic and what Jokic has done against AD.
Yes.
The numbers are the same.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think those two guys, to a great degree, are going to cancel each other out. And it comes down to the other guys. And the one thing I love is that when he needs to play big, LeBron will play big. It's not an accident that in Game 6 in the first round against Memphis, in Game 6 at the second round against Golden State, LeBron was the best player on the floor. He was the best player when he needed to be. I think LeBron is probably going to be the difference in this series, given the fact that AD and Jokic may, to whatever degree, cancel each other out, because both of those guys have had success against each other.
Mase, I'm going to tell you right now that the Lakers today are a great team, whereas pre-trade deadline, they were nothing but a collection of high-priced talent, okay?
Yep.
And by becoming a team, I'm going to tell you my prediction.
Okay.
I don't think it will be AD that will lead the Lakers to winning this conference title. I don't think it'll be LeBron leading this team.
Are you going to go into your 1-1-2-2?
I'm going to just say this. This is a better team than they've ever been.
Yep.
Because of post-trade deadline, getting everybody healthy, getting everybody playing together, and creating team chemistry. This series is going to be about Austin Reeves, D'Angelo Russell, Rui Hachimura, Dennis Schroeder,
Lonnie Walker,
Vanderbilt, Walker, and who knows who might make a contribution that we currently don't think of necessarily.
So you say it's going to be the supporting cast that wins this series?
Because LeBron trusts his supporting cast more than he has since the bubble year.
I agree. All right, Cappy, Ireland gave a score earlier. He actually put out a score.
He said Lakers 111 and Nuggets 108.
111-108. Put out a score, Cappy.
Lakers 112, Nuggets 109.
Okay.
How about you?
I'm going Lakers 114.
109.
That was for you, Jorge.
Lakers 114, Nuggets 111.
Oh. All right, Bergie?
I got Lakers 117, Nuggets 107.
We're all kind of getting the same.
No, that's a 10-point win.
That's a 10-point win.
It's a 10-point win. That's double digits, Mase.
Yeah. Anybody? Jorge, anybody want to take the Nuggets tonight?
Yeah, 104, 108, Lakers.
I gotta think that 104.
4 points difference.
Okay, 4 point difference. There you go.
The
Everybody's on
winning
the
team
Lakers
put
tonight.
this
Hey,
winning
Cappy,
score in
listen,
front.
super duper playoff mega crosstalk has been fantastic. I've had a blast, and we're going to do it again on Thursday, right?
Can't wait for Thursday, as a matter of fact.
All right. Coming up next for you is Mile High Slee with the pre. Game 1 on the way, 7:10.